Hello and welcome to another of my battles on World of Tanks. This time is on the Russian Tier 4 light tank, the A-20, which is actually on the way to the T-34. Now the reason why I want to show this particular battle, it's because it's a good example of how to play a scout tank in general, but in particular the A-20. Notice that I actually don't have the fastest engine on the most powerful engine on this particular version of the A-20, because I was just happy with what I had at this time. What I try to do here is I've actually got a crew with 6th sense, which helps an awful lot when you do scouting, because it allows you to kind of spot and know when you've actually been spotted as well. Which saves you skin. In this particular case, as you can see, I'm basically spotting from behind that ridge. I'm using my binoculars. I don't know why, but I didn't actually install my camouflage net, which was a great, a very great mistake by me, because it's actually very useful. But then again, I tend to play this tank a little bit more on the move. There you go. See, I've been spotted because I fired. The reason why I want to show you this battle is because it's important when you're a scout that you keep mobile and you actually disengage when things go wrong. There, I knocked a tree. That was a mistake. That was a dead giveaway to the enemy of my position, and then I got spotted again. So I retreat, and I realize that I actually need to spot from another direction because they now know where I am. And I notice that there is a Lux there, and I think, well, perhaps it's better if I go and deal with that, because as you can see, it's in a position where you can actually spot other tanks. So what do? I go and look for it. One shot. The gun on the A-20, it's okay. It just doesn't do very much damage, but it does penetrate well, so it's definitely to be used against the Lux. Did you see? I actually was expecting him to fire at me, so I kind of angled my tank in order to diminish the damage, and then I know, is taking forever to reload. I know that because the Lux has got the same machine gun as the Panzer II-G, which I had, and I know it takes 15 seconds to reload, and I took advantage of that and destroyed it. But then, as you can see behind me, there is basically hell. So rather than try and stick around, trying to do maybe a little bit more damage and then risking being destroyed, I mean, there were at least 3 heavy tanks there plus a medium tank, so there was absolutely no chance for me whatsoever. Besides, I only had about 162 HP left. I know I'm leaving the flank completely exposed, but there again, I think my team has a chance, as you can see here on the map, on the bottom left of the map, to actually go and capture the base. And at the same time, I think, well, I'm definitely more useful to my team as alive rather than dead. So that's exactly what I do. I basically quickly join the rest of my team, so that I can actually spot for them, and it's a more useful type of spotting than trying to spot for enemy tanks advantage on our base, when really, as you can see, there's not really many of us actually guarding there, so it will be a pretty useless spot. So sometimes when you're a scout, you have to also not only relocate, but you have to go and spot where it's useful. There's no point in spotting enemy tanks when there's no allied tanks that can actually fire at them. It's more useful to go and spot here, where the the line is advancing. So I'm just making sure, because my HP is low, I can't really take the risk of being destroyed. I'm just making sure that I don't actually risk being hit as I move forward. But as you can see now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try and see if I can spot the artillery, which sometimes lurks around here or on that hill that you can see right there on the top there. Sometimes they go up there. So I'm just making sure that there is no danger of me being spotted by the artillery itself. I'm hesitating perhaps a little bit too much, but I do know that that Lee M3 Lee can actually get me, because I'm basically exposing my side to it. So I make sure I keep a good distance so that he doesn't spot me. I'm not being spotted for sure because there's no light bulb coming up, but I know the Lee's there, and there he comes. And then I try and go for it.
We didn't even scratch them.
That's the problem with the A-20. Not a very good gun.
Penetrate their armor.
Not a very good gun at all in this case. So rather than expose myself too much, I just take a step back. Luckily, the enemy that was capturing our base is being reset by the 2 heavy tanks nearer, and then we've got the situation where I still can't find the artillery. We've got an aim 4 firing at us and destroys the Hellcat that was capturing the base.
Even scratch them.
Got spotted, managed to be damaged, but then managed to miss the basically finishing shot. And I don't really have much HP left, so there's only one thing I can do. Artillery has been spotted now by somebody else. The only thing I can do now is find some protection and try and keep spotting this M4 so that somebody from my enemy team, somebody from my allied team can take him out. Unfortunately, the artillery has just destroyed one of our medium tanks, and then another medium tanks, and so the situation is getting a little bit difficult here because okay, we have
Enemy armor is damaged.
no enemy in our base,
That one didn't go through.
but it's only 5 versus 2, and they're both proving to be rather difficult. The Grill is destroyed yet another medium tank, so it's completely alone. Finally somebody's got rid of it. But what I've got here is this M4 that is particularly good. Look, he's got 3 kills already, so it's not a bad player, and it's doing a good job hiding behind that ridge. Our TOG, it's a bit down on HP, and the other heavy tank is a long way away.
Enemy armor is
But I destroy it, and we win.